What's up, freaks? This is just me, and today we're gonna be exploring the best physique of Kevin Levrone's entire bodybuilding career. Now, Kevin's pro career spanned from 1991 all the way to 2003, or even up to 2018 because of his comeback. However, we're only gonna be concerned with the years 92 to 97. Before 92, he was simply too new to the game. After the year 1997, he definitely had some very impressive showings. He placed second at the Olympia twice in the 2000s, but it's true that his legs were getting smaller as time went on, and that threw off his proportions just a tiny bit. Now, first, before I get into the best Kevin Levrone physique ever, I want to mention to you a few outstanding versions of Kevin. They are very good, but not quite the best. So I want to speak very quickly about the 1992 Olympia version, which is the one on the left. That's Kevin's Olympia debut, in which he was runner-up, which is unbelievable. It's quite a streamlined version here in the beginning of his career, but it's also very sharp and conditioned, and his legs look really sliced and diced in this picture. Or you might also like the man in the middle, the 1996 German Grand Prix. There he was bigger, but still had everything intact, and he looked great. And I also need to mention the version on the right, which is the 97 Finland Grand Prix. That's a show he won, even though the lineup was actually very tough to beat. At the show, his physique was absolutely amazing. He was big and shredded too. And if you haven't seen the Kevin Levrone posing routine from the show, the 97 Finland Grand Prix, you need to see that. Go watch that. It's on YouTube. You really need to see it. It's a beautiful routine. But let's get back into this video. So here we can see these three specific versions once again side by side in Kevin's signature most muscular shot. There's the 92 Olympia, 96 German Grand Prix, and 97 Finland Grand Prix. All of these very good versions. But in the end, these three versions are gonna have to take a back seat to three other versions that I decided to compare to find the best ever Kevin Levrone physique. And this main comparison is going to include the 1995 Olympia in the middle. That's probably still the version most people are gonna point to as Kevin's best shape. That year he got second at the Olympia. And then on the left of the 95 Olympia, we have the 94 Olympia version. So a year prior. And on the right is the 1997 Hungarian Grand Prix, or Grand Prix Hungary. So we're gonna take these three versions through the mandatories to try to find out which one is really the best. Here we can see them in a front double bicep shot, and you can see in 94 he's posing differently, which I don't really like, but I still like 94 better than 95, mainly because of the legs of the 95 versions, which frankly don't look very good in this shot. And between 94 and 97, I like 97. He looks bigger, but also more conditioned. You can see that in the forearms and lats and quads. So here 97 gets 1 point because it's first, 94 gets 2 points for its second place finish, and 95 in the middle gets 3 points. This is the front lat spread position. Now in this pose, you can see all three pictures, Kevin has an asymmetry in his chest because he tore his pec. But let's not focus on that now. Let's focus on the legs now. And 94 and 97 once again being superior to 95 in this department. So 95 gets a third place again. So 3 points. And once again, I can see a bit more definition overall in the year 97 on the right. You can see more cuts in the midsection and even wheels and the chest. 97 looks better and gets another 1 pointer. Let's continue with the side chest. in which he looks incredible any way you slice it any year, really. Between 94 and 95. In 95, he's not opening up enough. But other than that, I like him more in 95. It's mainly because of the midsection and the waistline, which are more cinched in 95. I think if he opened up more, he would look better than in 94. So 95 for me is beating 94. But the best, I like 97 actually. Maybe it doesn't have as many glute striations, but the side leg is like looking really good. The vascularity in the upper body is on the same or not or better level as a 94, and the real deal breaker is the midsection. Look, it's way sharper in 97 and more sucked in too. 97 gets a point and 95 gets 2, even though that's debatable, of course. Now we're gonna take a look at the back development. And here I really have trouble making up my mind on this one. I have 94 winning this time because compared to 95, it's a tiny bit better. If you look at his biceps and triceps, they look better in 94 and a bit more or a bit deeper glute striations in 94 too. There's certainly an argument for 95 because his hamstring is sharper and he might be wider across the lats, I'm not sure. But I'm giving it to 94 because I like it more. 1997 is also very difficult to compare because it looks completely different to me. It looks like a different bodybuilder even. I mean, look at the lower lat region, how much more he's packing there, how much more meat compared to 94 and 95. But then you look at the traps, and yes, they're bigger, they're occupying more space, but they're not as drawn out. And also, it looks like he's snapping the shot unsymmetrically. So I'm gonna put 97 last in this shot. But I really don't know on this one. I don't know what to do about this 97 version because it's matching lower body and condition wise, but otherwise it just doesn't do it for me, I guess. And it is the same here with the back lat spread. It's not symmetrical whatsoever in 97, or it might be just a photo. I'm honestly not sure, but it looks like he's leaning to the right side for some reason, which for me it sort of ruins the pose. And also his traps in 97 are quite washed out, if I dare to say. The lower body's good, but guys, in both of the back shots, 97 is falling last. 94 versus 95. Look at the traps, especially the lower part. There's a sharper in 95, and the groove in the hamstring is better too. 95 wins, and 94 gets 2 points. Now, Kevin, please could you make a turn back to the side so we can evaluate the side tricep pose properly? Yes, he makes the turn, thank you. Now, the shots are all snapped from a different angle. That's unfortunate, but we gotta go with what we got. The midsection looks by far the best in 97, mainly if you look at the obliques, looking sharper. The side leg and glutes are not bad, and his pecs look good in 97 too. The tricep itself is probably the worst out of these three because it's the least sharp, but still his tricep is great anyway, so I'm going with 97 on the right with the 1 pointer with the win. In the 1995, the horseshoe looks good and the quad is more cut, but 1994 has a better delt, traps, chest, and midsection. So for me, it's 94 over 95. So 95 gets 3 points. Now we got ab and thigh. Guys, unfortunately, we didn't have the lower body because the pics were blurry and not very useful. However, the legs looked more or less the same, to me anyway. Maybe 95 and 97 having an advantage to 94 in that shot, but that sort of makes no sense. So take that with some grains of salt and don't quote me on that, please. but I don't think it would make a big difference, the legs anyway, so I'm gonna judge based on the upper body displayed here. And it looks like 95 will be falling last again. His lat flare isn't as good 90 as 94 nor 97, and his abs aren't bad, but they just aren't sharp enough, and they're more sliced in the other years. I'm giving the edge 97 over 94 because the six pack looks more picture perfect. So 97 wins this shot. And the last pose is the hands clasped most muscular of the Maryland Muscle Machine, looking outstanding in all of the pics. And this picture of 97 Hungarian Grand Prix, tilted, not very convenient, I gotta say. Anyway, 1994 is the most flattering in my opinion. The traps, delts, tricep, midsection, and arguably quads are all the best for 94. Then I once again have 97. It's superior in the shoulder department, I think, maybe, and certainly has the thicker chest and more pleasing midsection and the bigger quad compared to 95. And it's also bigger overall, I believe. So I'm giving 2 points to 97 and 3 points to 95. So, in the end, if we add up the scores, we got 1995 Kevin Levrone with 20 points in the third place firmly. And guess who won with 13 points, beating the second place finisher having 15 points. Yes, it's the 1997 Hungarian Grand Prix version. So I believe this is a rightful winner, because the only area it was losing in were the back shots, and even so you could argue that the pictures were snapped from a bad angle or something similar to that. So yes, I firmly believe that the 1997 Grand Prix Hungary is the best version of Kevin Levrone we ever got to witness. However, as we all know, bodybuilding is very subjective, and me saying this shape was the best doesn't mean it's true, right? Even though I was trying my best to be unbiased, I'm still just giving you my opinion, and you are free to disagree. If you don't like this 97 version and you wanna argue the lighting was way too good and this contest and it's deceiving us, you your best bet would probably have to be the 94 Olympia, which was runner up in my little comparison here. So my answer is the 97 Hungarian Grand Prix. What do you guys think? Is that a good decision, or do you think otherwise? I would appreciate your feedback on this video. Was it too long? Was it boring? Was my judging bad? Did you like the video? I really do need all the advice you can give me at this point. So if anyone even happens to watch this video, please let me know anything and everything in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to watch some Kevin Levrone videos and also like and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day.